You turned on the World Cup this summer, and you counted more flags than ever before. 48 nations, not 32. 16 extra countries, 16 extra anthems, 16 extra reasons for a stranger somewhere to cry into a jersey. You probably assumed it happened for you. More teams, more underdogs, more football to love. But the real reason is far stranger than that. The number 48 was not chosen on a pitch. It was chosen in a room in Zurich, on a single Tuesday, by a small group of men who needed something from each other. Start with one question: who actually owns the World Cup? Not a country, not a broadcaster. The tournament belongs to FIFA, the body that governs world football, and FIFA is not one thing. It is 211 separate national associations, from giants like Brazil to tiny islands you would struggle to find on a map. Here is the part that changes everything. Each of those members gets one vote, the same vote. A nation that has never won a single World Cup match counts exactly as much as the nation that has won 5. Hold on to that fact. It explains almost everything. For most of its history, the field only ever grew. 13 teams in 1930, 16, then 24, then 32 by 1998. Each jump let in more of the world. Each jump also kept more of those members happy. By the 2010s, the 32-team format felt permanent. The World Cup was already the most watched event on Earth. No fan was demanding more. So why change a machine that worked? The answer arrived with a man named Gianni Infantino. In February of 2016, FIFA was in ruins. Its longtime president, Sepp Blatter, had fallen in a corruption scandal that put the whole organization on trial in the eyes of the world. Into that wreckage stepped Infantino, and he needed votes to win the presidency. Remember where votes come from, not from London or Madrid. From 211 members, most of them far outside football's centers of power. So he made them a promise: a bigger World Cup, more places. More countries on the biggest stage there is. Do you see the shape of it yet? For a European nation, reaching the World Cup is almost expected. But for much of Africa, Asia, and the Pacific, qualifying can feel impossible. For decades, those regions fought over a handful of slots. So when Infantino offered expansion, he was not speaking to the fans you know. He was speaking to dozens of associations who had spent their whole existence locked out. To them, more teams meant hope. It meant a vote worth casting. And on the 10th of January, 2017, that vote was cast. In Zurich, the FIFA Council voted to expand the World Cup from 32 teams to 48. The decision was unanimous, not close, unanimous, and the way the new places were handed out tells you who it was for. Africa's slots jumped from 5 to 9. Asia's rose from 4.5 to 8. The regions that had been begging for room were suddenly flooded with it. Is it any wonder the vote was unanimous? Publicly, Infantino insisted it was about football, not money. But FIFA's own research projected revenue past £5 billion with hundreds of millions in extra profit. 16 more teams meant dozens more games to sell. A reform group called it in 2 blunt words: a money grab. So which was it? A gift to small nations, or a very large check dressed up as generosity? The honest answer is both at once, and that is what makes it so clever. So when a tiny nation walks onto the pitch this summer, a team that never would have qualified under the old rules, understand what you are seeing. The joy is real. The tears are real. But the door was opened long before any of them kicked a ball by people who will never know their names. You turned on the World Cup this summer, and you counted more flags than ever before. Now you know they were never really counted for you.